number one. Shocking fault, because I had a shocking qualifier. Qualified with a 1 minute .676. Absolutely atrocious. Should have been at least 5th, 6th, because my personal best was put me 3rd. Different kart now though. Different kart.
Alright everyone, welcome to Heat 1 of 3 to the Grid Series, 23rd of March 2023. I'm starting in 12th position and this is going to be the commentary for this first heat. It's 8 minutes long, so that's about 8 laps, and it is a grid start, so we all head up to the grid now. I'm going to be doing a bit of swerving here to warm up my tyres. Got to be able to make sure that they're as hot as possible coming up to this place now where we have to stop, so that Silky in the bright orange can sort out our grid positions.
And now we wait.
Alright, so I have a little bit of a mix up there, because I think that the two carts ahead are the only two carts that left, and because I know I'm starting P12, I thought I was just able to go straight through. But now you'll see I am weaving all over the place, trying to get as much heat into these tyres as possible, because in karting all you really need to know is the hotter the tyres, the more grip you have, the better the kart will run, and that's really important on a grid start, because you're stationary, so you've got to go from completely still to as fast as possible, and it's a very short run to turn 1. So you haven't got much time to think about what you're doing. Alright, we go to the red lights, and they're out, and away we go. I get a decent start, trying to look a move around the outside. I decided to go to the inside instead. A little bump from behind, but we managed to keep it going through. Looking to pressure at the number 3 kart now. Little bit of a bump coming into that corner, just trying to keep it the momentum going and make sure I don't lose position from behind me. Coming now into the large braking zone. Keeping it clean, making sure that I'm not giving the drivers behind me any space to make a move, as someone makes a mistake there and we get up into P11. Looking for any mistake that can be made so that I can capitalise on that. Trying to get a good exit out of this corner to possibly get a run up onto the main straight, but he doesn't see me, so I have to back out of that. And then the kart comes through here and I don't see him in time, and a little bit of contact there, almost spins me out, but I managed to keep it going. That was a bit of a gap to the guy in front of me. He runs very wide there, so I managed to close up a little bit, looking for a good exit here. I kind of get that, closing up again on this kart ahead of me. Hits the barrier there, the kart in front loses a bit of momentum coming into that corner. I'm right on the bumper now, looking for any sort of move. Just got to try and make it done so I can get head into P10 as soon as possible. Big braking zone, and someone spun out into the barrier there, and we go to the red flag. So in the red flag, the session doesn't actually get completely stopped. We just have to stop on track so that the marshals are able to be safe whilst recovering the car. I as you can see there. He got let back through because it wasn't his fault for his crash.
Oh, he's going to put back to where he was. I thought I got a free place.
Yeah, you didn't, mate, so got to work back for that. So yeah, because it wasn't his mistake, someone else hit into him and that caused him to crash. He gets put back into the position that he was in before he crashed, which makes it fair for everyone, and just annoying for me. Means one more person to overtake. Now we're just waiting under the red flags until all the marshals are off the track and it is safe to continue.
I'm getting past these two. Oh, I've positioned myself shit here. So bad. Oh, someone's out of the car. Oh, way up. You got it in below you rolling through. Have we had a car breakdown? We have indeed.
Yeah, so my mum came down to see what was happening because from the upstairs pit lane that's where the viewing area is and there isn't really any view of the downstairs area. So she came down, tried to figure out what was going on because the red flag had been there for quite a while. So I just gave her a bit of a signal to show that someone was out of the car because it had broken down. And now we're all moving. It is still red flags, but the marshal was telling us to move up because we're all going to bunch back up again so that we can get racing once again. As you can see, I take that quite wide there so that I'm not hindering myself, and I'm able to accelerate in a straight line rather than turning whilst I'm starting off. Otherwise I would have had a much poorer exit. And now it's a yellow flag, so I'll put my visor back down and we get ready to go racing again. As you can see, the marshal's saying squeeze it up a bit, get it tight to everyone, and the intense tyre warming starts again because we've just lost all that temperature in the tyres from the start. You see though, the car in front erratically brakes, so I have to take some avoiding action at times, but nothing too major. There's no brake lights on karts, so that's about the best you can do. And we go green flags once again. I get a very poor exit out of that corner because I thought I'd be able to time the green flag a lot better, but it caught me a little bit off guard there as we come through very close there, bump on that car in the red, and we don't manage to make up a position. Keeping it quite nicely now, closing up really strongly now on the 3 kart. Looking for an overtake. I had a bit of a heart sink moment there, and the red kart there spun out. That means we're up into P10 now. Looking for a move on this number 3 kart. We see a gap down the inside of the chicane, and we take that very nicely. Thank you very much. Up now into P9. This is a strong race for us so far. To say that we started in P12. This is the best I could do though, really. Seeing as I'm so far out of position from the poor kart that I got in qualifying. It set me so far down the list. Good. Tried to mix those 2 words together there. Didn't really work. But yeah, up into P9 now, looking to chase down the guy in orange. We've got roughly 4 or 5 laps remaining, I would guess. Definitely doable because I'll be lapping 58 seconds laps, whereas the pack that I'm currently in do mid 59 second laps. So I'm a good at least 1 second quicker per lap. So it shouldn't take me long to catch up, but it's just whether I can get that move done in time or not. Quick glance behind me there to make sure that I'm not being overtaken by anyone else, and it showed me that I'm clear for a good 6 or 7 seconds, which is more than enough time to make sure that I'm not under pressure. Closed up quite heavily now to the orange man, that's what I'm going to call him from now on. Really getting up behind him now. Need to make sure that I let him know I'm there, and then try to analyse what he's doing, which I'm constantly doing, trying to figure out where I need to go, and have a little bit of a skiddy moment there. That corner always causes me a bit of trouble if the kart doesn't want to cooperate in the larger braking zone there. Going to turn 1 now. Good entry and exit through there, gives us a good speed through. Same for this corner here. Closing up again. Usually we're about equal in the first sector, and then in the slow speed corners, that's where I catch up the most, because I'm lighter and I'm finding the better momentum really. And as you can see, he's kind of braking a bit too hard, and that's why he was losing a bit more time. As you can see, on the entrance of the corner, he has a little bit of his brakes lock a little bit, and you'll see that he loses grip and skids a little bit in the higher braking zones. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a train forming now, which allows me to catch up a lot to the cars in front. I reckon a few more laps I would have been able to clear them all, but we haven't got unlimited time in this session, so we've got to make do with what we've got. Let's see if we can overtake any of them. Closing up nicely now. Just trying to peak a move, nothing too bad. I'm just trying to keep as close as possible. I get a really good exit out of this corner here. He makes a big mistake coming into this corner. I have to make a little bit of an evasive manoeuvre just to make sure that I don't hit into the back of him. And now we're alongside him, coming into this sweeping left-hander, full speed. He's still alongside me, you can see the shadow, and I just get it done there on the outside. His kart was just positioned just a bit too far back, and he had to back out of that one. And we come up over the start-finish line, and that is the checkered flag, and we finish P8. Very good race from us. I don't think I could have done much more there. Very good first session there. A lot of points in the bag there for our weight class. And yeah, I was extremely happy with that result.
Yes! Oh, that's great! Oh my god! What an overtake! Oh my god!
Yeah, so coming into the pit lane now. I hope you enjoyed that video. The next 2 heats will be coming out soon, and the final will also be coming out soon as well. Let's see if we can do any better than that in those sessions. And yeah, thank you for watching. P8, 4 overtakes, not bad at all.
Oh, that was great. Oh, I like this car. I'm not going to get it again though, that's the only slight part. Oh.